What's up, guys? So we're going to finish Sallustius on the gods in the world with chapters 20 and 21. In this chapter is actually interesting because it talks about reincarnation and Sallustius' thoughts on reincarnation. So what he says is that, but the transmigration of souls, so that means going into another body after death. So reincarnation. But the reincarnation of souls, if they take place into such as are rational, then they become the souls of particular bodies. But if into such as are irrational, they follow externally, in the same manner as our presiding daemons attend us in their beneficent operations. So it's always been said that daemons, or the good spirits, are always assigned to either a house or a person. And so he's saying good souls go into certain bodies, irrational souls go into certain bodies, and it is shown externally when they're born. And that's what he's going to say next. It says, for the rational part never becomes the soul of an irrational nature. But the truth of the transmigration or reincarnation is evidenced by the circumstances which take place from the birth of the individuals. For why are some blind, others imbecile, and others are born with a vicious soul? And besides, since souls are naturally adapted to perform their peculiar employments in bodies, it is not proper that when they have once deserted them, that they should remain indolent forever. Meaning that once you die, you're not going to stay in the quote-unquote spirit world forever, and that you're going to be reincarnated. And he says the reason being is that, for if souls do not return again into bodies, it is necessary that either they should be infinite in number, or that others should be continually produced by the divinity. But there could be nothing actually infinite in the world, for that which is infinite can never exist in that which is finite. But neither is it possible that others can be produced, for everything in which something new may be generated is necessarily imperfect. But it is requisite that the world should be perfect, because it is produced from a perfect nature. Chapter 20. So that's interesting that he's talking about reincarnation, and that he did not believe, from what I can tell, in multiple souls, that everyone in the world is just reincarnated into another body. Again, in his time, he didn't know about how people keep producing more than there's actual souls on Earth. There are more being produced every day. So that's his opinion, that new souls are not created, because whatever has already been created is, and it's just reincarnated into another body and then into another form. And so again, that's his opinion on that. But it's interesting, though, that he's still talking about reincarnation. And so he was a firm believer in that we are born again into another body after death. All right, so the last chapter. So he's going to wrap it up in chapter 21. And it says that, but souls that live according to virtue shall, in other respects, be happy. And when separated from their rational nature and purified from all body, shall be conjoined with the gods, and govern the whole world, together with the deities by whom it was produced. So you live a good life, and you are going to be a happy person, and you will be in tune with the gods. And indeed, though nothing of this kind should happen to the soul, yet virtue herself, and the pleasure and glory resulting from virtue, together with a life free from sorrow and subjection to others, would be sufficient to produce felicity in those who choose and are able to pursue a life wholly comfortable to virtue itself. The end. So there you go. So there's a lot to this book, and I am glad, especially those that have been joining me every week, to read a little bit of this. That is Sallustius on the gods in the world. So that is the basics of which I base my spirituality. I always say I'm a Sallustian, even though that's not a thing. I made it a thing because everyone has their philosophers, such as Plato and Orpheus and so forth. And I I'm a big fan of Sallustius. So when you want to know where I stand, check out this book series. And one of these days I will go into, for those that did not watch, I'll go into what I personally believe in my personal philosophy on spirituality. But there you go. I hope you all enjoyed Sallustius on the gods in the world. If you wonder why a lot of these videos have been focused on the book and not on my face, it's because I've always wanted the book to be the focus. If you wonder what the weird camera setup has been this whole time. Anyway, guys, that is Sallustius on the gods in the world. Sundays with Sallustius is wrapped up, and I'm glad you've joined me. And we will do more stuff in the future, maybe more book reviews. I already have an idea of the next book I'm going to review. I don't know if it's going to be a read-along like this, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, that is Sallustius on the gods in the world. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you again. Bye.